Good evening. For weeks, I've set forth two very clear pathways for the legislature, both centered around me signing a budget prior to the constitutional deadline of July 1st. These two pathways were a choice, which I left exclusively to the discretion of legislative leadership. Instead, they unfortunately chose to fight with each other rather than make a choice. Finally, tonight, I'm very pleased that both the Speaker and the Senate President have reached an agreement which will result in the legislature fulfilling their obligation to deliver a budget to the governor. I'm saddened that it's 3 days late, but I'll sign the budget tonight. When I addressed the New Jersey Senate 2 days ago, I made a clear and direct case for the need to reform Horizon. All I sought were two things: increased transparency and accountability for New Jersey's monopolistic health insurance company, and an end to their hoarding of subscriber and taxpayer money, leading to increased premiums and a decrease in their meeting of their charitable responsibilities. Well, not all that I sought when I laid out my concerns in my February budget speech are there. That's the nature of compromise. People are tired of ever-increasing health insurance premiums, and I was tired of excessive profits from taxpayer-financed Medicaid. This bill is a long overdue, significant reform that will have a lasting impact on New Jersey residents. I'm proud of the result. For the last 2 weeks, I was told that no bill on Horizon would be passed now, that reform had to wait. That was unacceptable to me. And despite the doubts of some folks, tonight we've achieved the results I asked for in February. Tonight we will also take the final steps that this administration can take to further stabilize the pension system. Tonight, with the signing of this budget, we will have contributed $8.8 billion to the pension system, 2.5 times more than the last 5 governors combined. We passed the 2011 pension reforms, which will save over $120 billion by 2040. Now, we will contribute the lottery enterprise to the pension, a $13.5 billion contribution. This will increase the funded ratio of the entire pension system from 45% to nearly 60%. This is the best the funded ratio of the pension system has been in more than a decade and a half. While there is still more work to be done, there can be no doubt that after tonight, we are leaving the pension system much better off than it was when we found it in 2010. The path that legislative leadership chose tonight was to adopt the idea we presented in February to reform the largest health insurance company in the state so that all of our citizens, particularly the underserved, will be taken care of. I fought for that, and I'm proud that tonight we've gotten it done. We have finally capped the excess profits of Horizon, and we're ensuring now that the Horizon excess profits are returned directly to the policyholders. We've increased Horizon's accountability and the independence of their board by providing the legislature with 2 more direct appointments to the Horizon board. The bill will also mandate that Horizon file a public disclosure form developed by the Department of Banking and Insurance that sets forth the company's financial and employee compensation information at a level that places Horizon on par with every other not-for-profit entity in the United States, a form that will be nearly identical to the IRS 990 form. No more operating in the shadows for Horizon. These two issues, greater pension stability and reform of the largest health insurer in New Jersey, would not have been priorities if I had not insisted upon them being priorities in my February budget speech. I'm proud to have finally convinced the legislature to agree with me on this and to have been willing to help negotiate a compromise that leads to tonight's resolution. Those who said as late as Friday that they would not even discuss a Horizon bill have now been proven wrong. The winners will be Horizon policyholders and the taxpayers of our state. The DEP has been ordered by me to have all state parks open tomorrow morning at normal time, and the orderly reopening of state government will happen when business is to open after the state holiday tomorrow on Wednesday, July 5th. Folks who are off tomorrow on a state holiday because of special action that I've taken tonight through the signing of a letter to the Civil Service Commission will be paid tomorrow. So that will be a paid holiday tomorrow. Even though current Civil Service Commission regulations would prevent that, I've sent a letter to the Civil Service Commission asking them to waive it. So all state workers tomorrow will be paid for their paid holiday off. And operations will go back to normal on Wednesday morning at the opening of state business. And so I await the actions of the legislature tonight. I will stay as long as I have to receive the bills tonight and execute them tonight, and we will then get back to business. I'll say to everybody in the state that I wish that the legislature would have chosen one of those two paths that they chose tonight on June 30th. If they had, we wouldn't have had to close down government on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But that's what the Constitution requires. And my job as the executive, and the oath that I took, is to ensure that the Constitution is enforced. That's what I've done for the last 3 days, and continue to work hard to make sure that these compromises were reached. That's the role you play as governor, and the role I'm proud to have played in this resolution. And so we can now move on to our business as we go forward in running the executive branch with a budget for my final fiscal year as governor.